Hello folks, it's me, Kyle Speed 1, coming to you from the slot car track. Today I have this little car to show you. It's a Alfa Romeo Tz2 road car, 1965, made by Fly Slot. It's a pretty little car. It's a sassy little car. Look at that front end. You got a cute little tuchus. But yeah, this is Fly Slot Alfa Romeo TZ, and it's just the so-called regular road car setup. Okay, and it doesn't have a magnet in it. See there? There's no magnet. It's all original. Uh-oh. There he goes. It likes to slide its butt around, or its tuchus. I like these Fly Slot road cars. I've got some others over there in my shelf. Lamborghinis and Ferrari and what have you. And I like them. I like the road cars. It's pretty quiet. It runs pretty smooth. But one of the other things I wanted to show you was our project that I'm continuously doing. I finally made a guardrail for this overpass out of spare pieces left over from Race Track Scenics. And what you can do, which is what I've been doing, is take a little walk with me. I'm sorry, my house is kind of messed up right now. But all the MDS that you get from these slot car kits, the MDS kits, you can take this stuff and recycle it, making different objects with it. You know, you can do that to all this stuff. You know, you don't have to just throw this stuff away. See, there's some nice laser cut straight pieces in there. You can do all kinds of things with this. I'm sure I'll figure out what I can do with this. But to give you an example, and we'll come back over here. Yeah, and I'm working on my helicopter right now, and I just got through sanding the tires on that Alfa Romeo on my little homemade, using a train transformer and a piece of old 143rd track with this setup here where I can actually move the sandpaper back and forth when I'm sanding the tires down, which I just got through doing to that car. But here I have the makings to make the other side of that overpass. Yeah, I got to cut them to length where I got the pencil mark there. I got to cut them at that point because there are only 3 rails. Then I'll glue them as I've got marked here on this straight piece of MDS. And yeah, glue those on there. And then here's my rails, which also came from that leftover pile from over there. So you know, it's good to buy these kits as you're creating your track, but you don't have to be limited on what's left behind. You can make all sorts of things. Like I made these signs there. There's Agip. There's Momo. Over leftover pieces. Like these were created. There it is. There it is. These were created from this being cut down to the height that I needed it. Then I just glued the base back on. Okay? So you can take those leftover pieces of that MDS and you can create your own overpass guardrails, as it were, like for this one. And I'll have to make, yeah, I just showed you where I'm making the next one for this one over here. But I've also made some that go on the inside, like I did here. And I painted them. Okay. And I did this one down here. See? You can take all that MDS and recycle it and repurpose it to make anything you want to out of it. The only thing holding you back is your own imagination. See, that's a kit from Race Track Scenics. I love it, and it's great. And I think I already showed you where I'd made some tables. I haven't made my chairs yet, but I made some tables to go in there out of leftover MDS. There's another kit from Race Track Scenics of the pit building. And that's actually, what, a 1, 2, 3, 4 stall. And that one on the end is an add-on with a 2 stall. And no, those cars don't belong up there. I just put them out of the way so I could test drive the Alfa Romeo TZ, which is a beautiful little car. I really like it. Fly slot. Yep. And without a magnet, it's pretty tail happy. I'll have to put some weight in there or something to settle her down a little bit on her tail happiness. Now over here, as I said before, here's my other road cars. Porsche. That's a Lamborghini right there. That's a Lamborghini right there. And I don't know if let's see. Can I get it up there? Yeah. I'll try to get it out of there without dropping it. Look at that. That's a Bugatti. Isn't that fancy? Fancy pants. So I've got that Alfa Romeo. I've got these two Lamborghinis. And I think this one's called Mira. And I can't pronounce what this one is. And then I've got the Porsche. It's a good looking car. But I think most of these are auto art. Yeah, those are all auto art. Except for, I think this is fly slot. But the rest of these are auto art. This one's 4-wheel drive. It's really neat. Now, I had to replace the pinion in that thing because it had one of those white nylon plastic pinions in it. And it had split. There's my other two road signs, which I'll make some more for it, God willing. There's my flag stand. I'm going to make a few more from scratch out of that leftover MDS that I've got piled up over there. And I'm getting there with my guardrails. I don't think I'm going to put any on the inside here. I'm going to slope that off, and you'll just have to pay attention whether or not you run off in there. But that one's made from scratch. That one there. That one's made from scratch. The one over there is made from scratch. And that one there is made from scratch of leftover wood from those kits. So, yep. The only thing that'll hold you back is your imagination. So get after it. Rip it up. Make you some plans. Draw you out some plans. And then go select your MDS. And I'll use Type Bond for a lot of it, but just gluing like these posts in that are already, glued to the rails are already glued to the post. I'll make those up first, and then I'll grab me some scrap MDS, and I'll mark off where I'm supposed to glue. And then usually I'll take CA glue and glue here, somewhere in the middle, and on down here at the end where it stops. The rest of them I'll fill in with Type Bond and let all that dry. And I've been using acrylic paint for, I think it's called Apple Barrel, that you can get from some of your, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, and other places. And I use it in my airbrush. You have to water it down a little bit and, play around with the mixture to where it sprays right and it doesn't keep clogging up on you. But other than that, it seems to be holding up just fine. The rest of it was painted with Krylon semi-gloss white. And I really can't tell the difference. Excuse me. But that's where the racetrack is at this time. I'm still playing with it, still having fun with it. And don't forget, on your axle box, when you have it set in analog, which all these switches will be up. If you want to go digital, you got to switch them down. But if you're running an analog car, please, for heaven's sake, take the car and put it somewhere else, not on the rails, before you switch back to digital. And I'll show you why. And that's going in reverse because of the polarity of the track. Okay? When you switch back over to digital, you're getting scared myself. And see, it'll try to go backwards on you, and it'll throw your car off the track and off the wall and onto the ground, and you'll have mirrors missing and windshield wipers missing and glass. You'll damage your car, basically. So if you do have an axle box, and if you have to, write your instructions and maybe temporarily put them up here on top of the box, that all the way down is digital, all the way up is analog. And if you don't, on an analog car, she's going to take off like a jet on an aircraft carrier, and you're not going to be a very happy puppy because of it. Trust me, I've already had it happen to me because of a brain lapse several times. So if you don't want to mess up like I have, and like everything else, it's a learning experience, please, if you have an axle box, do these when you're in analog. Take the car off the track and switch them back. Likewise, when you first turn the unit on, and I'm going to turn the unit on for the first time, okay? That's digital. They're in the down position, right? That's what's going to happen. But when you sit there and switch them, see, it doesn't do anything. Whoop. It doesn't like those gaps right there. See, didn't like the gap. Whee! Uh-oh. Oh. Did a power slide. Get away from it a little bit. I like it. It's got pretty decent detail on it. And it's a good looking car. Okay, so that's all I got for you today, folks. That's all I got for you. And now I'm going to practice what I just preached. Get off the track. There you go. ABC. I'll talk to you later, folks. Bye.